Hello friends, this is Adam with Movie Guide 365, and today I'm going to review the Best Buy exclusive 4K Steelbook edition of The Fugitive. The Fugitive is here on 4K Ultra HD Blu-ray, released by Warner Brothers. It can be found as a standard slipcover edition available at your local and online retailers, as well as a Best Buy exclusive Steelbook. Now, when it comes to the film, I am a big fan of this movie. It was also one of those films that I remember my theater experience because not only was it a really compelling thriller, but the audience was very engaged in what happened on screen. There were several great moments. Without really spoiling anything, there's a scene where Harrison Ford, talks to a cop that says that there's a guy waving a gun and everything. And then it turns out to be the marshal played by Tommy Lee Jones, and that got a big laugh out of the audience. And of course, there's those quirky little Harrison Fordisms in the film that I really like. But the story at the heart is really good. It's a very solid thriller. There is a lot of great just dialogue. It's written very well. I never actually watched the original series. That's something I should go back and do at some point. But yeah, I mean, The Fugitive, it stands the test of time. I know there have been a lot of movies that have sort of been along the same line, but I feel that this movie does it the best. It has a great setting, Chicago and that area. And it's the characters, the cast, they're really good. And I always forget that Julianne Moore is in this one in a somewhat early role in her career, but I like the film. It's one I go back to quite a bit, and I'm happy to have upgraded over the Blu-ray. This 4K will be absolutely in constant rotation, and if you've never seen it, check it out. I think it is a fascinating film and one that I go back to quite a bit, and I think you will too. All right, we're going to talk about the picture quality and the audio in just a moment, but first, let's do a quick unboxing of the Steelbook. Okay, we have the Best Buy exclusive 4K Steelbook of The Fugitive. I like the artwork, definitely better than the slipcover in my opinion, and you don't get that 100 logo, so... And then we have the back, and then the spine, and interior. No artwork on the disc, but interior art on a Steelbook is always appreciated. So, yeah, we all know that scene. And, yeah, I think overall it's a really solid Steelbook from Warner Brothers. Now let's talk about the picture quality and the audio. The Fugitive on 4K Ultra HD Blu-ray has a 1:5:1 aspect ratio with native 4K resolution and graded with HDR10. Now, the restoration of The Fugitive was sourced from the original camera negative and approved by the film's director. The source itself appears cleaner than it has ever looked, with hardly any blemishes or imperfections to speak of. Film grain is resolved well and is properly cinematic throughout. Almost immediately, one can tell that this new 4K picture without a doubt puts the old Blu-ray to shame. The upgrade in detail alone warrants this purchase, as textures are wonderfully more defined across the board. Aside from some inherent soft shots from the source, the newfound clarity really offers more visual bang for your buck with the 4K bump. The HDR grading adds a respectful but nonetheless impactful boost to the color space. Skin tones are pleasingly natural, and the overall palette is much fuller than before. Even the Irish dyed green of the Chicago River shows stronger shades with the grading enhancement. Black levels are appropriately deep with no signs of unnatural elevation spotted. Shadow detail is satisfyingly on point, and I also didn't witness any crushing during my viewing. The Fugitive on 4K Ultra HD Blu-ray supports a new Dolby Atmos audio mix. As respectful as the picture upgrade was, I found the addition of Dolby Atmos to be just as with its implementation. The previous 5.1 was always well regarded, at least in my home theater circles, and the new mix continues on the 4K. The Atmos doesn't necessarily reinvent the wheel, but it does expand the track and opens up the soundstage in a more than satisfying way. Overhead effects are used in a very limited fashion, mostly in service to score beats and the occasional action-related audio cue. The train crash, for example, showcases some top engagement. High channel enthusiasts may be left wanting for more up there, but during the course of the film, it's still noticeable. Mid-level and rear surround outputs fare slightly better, with more attention paid to, once again, the score and general in-film ambience. It's not particularly heavy-handed in the surround environment, but your ears will pick up those cues with little difficulty. The front and center are just like the previous 5.1 mix, where the bulk of the film's audio comes forth and it's well presented. Dialogue is clean and easy to hear, with the fronts handling their respective output well. The low end is still punchy as its 5.1 counterpart. The film's train crash rumbles with authority, which is the highlight of the LFE, and other moments that require a bit of rumble are done to great effect. For the picture quality, I'm going to give The Fugitive on 4K Ultra HD Blu-ray an A. HDR does a good job with an appropriate boost to the color palette, and image clarity is a sight to behold. This is clearly one of the better WB catalog releases of the year, and one that fans of the film should very much appreciate. For the audio mix, I'm going to score this one an A-. The Fugitive's newly minted Dolby Atmos is a welcome addition with a solid presence. Audio cues sound great, and the overall track is clean and issue-free. While it may not wow hardcore audiophiles, I still feel it's a solid upgrade over the previous 5.1. So that is my review of The Fugitive on 4K Ultra HD Blu-ray. If you're interested in picking up a copy for yourself, I will leave both an Amazon and Best Buy link in the comments section. If you use them, they really help out the channel, but if you have the disc already, let me know your thoughts down below. In the meantime, please like, subscribe, hit that bell notification. So until next time, this is Adam with Movie Guy 365. I will see you at the movies.